Dear friends, welcome back. Although I have already made a video on this machine Sunset Twilight on the Vulnhub, and the link will be added into the description section below. In this video, I utilize the misconfiguration of sandbar surface on the target to penetrate into. However, I will take a very different way to do in with this machine in this video. Without further ado, let's just get started. We can switch over to the Linux VM. First of all, we need to discover the IP address of the target. The utility I'd like to use, as always, would be net discover. As you can see over here, the IP address of the target could be recognized as 203. So what we are going to do next, we need to do the port and surface scanning with a map. To save time, I've already completed before. So for now, we just cut out its result. As you can see over here, I use the options like scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan, followed by the -P- to do the full range port scan. And the last option for all is ON to output the result into this file. Although, as you can see over here, the IP address has been changed from the first time when I did the machine. So from the map scanning, we can tell that the target has several open port numbers. As you can see over here, the first one is 22, which is running SSH surface, and also the version information. This version, although this version is not the most updated one, however, I don't think we can find any vulnerability except the username immersion vulnerability. This is not what we are interested in at this moment. The next one is 25, which is running SMTP service or simple mail transfer protocol, and also the version information. In most cases, we cannot do very much with or against this service. And the next one is 80, which is running HTTP service, and this service should be our focus of this video. And the next two, as you know, are used by the sandbar surface, and the video I've already made before, utilize the vulnerability or misconfiguration of a sandbar surface. Of course, in this video, we can ignore these two open port numbers, okay? And the next one is 2121, which is running FTP service and also the version information. And last one is 3306, which is running MySQL service. So what we are going to do next, we need to do the immersion. And I'd like to immerate the service, FTP service first, because, I want to follow my methodology. So we can use the, first of all, we can check whether this version of FTP service has vulnerability or not. We can copy and paste in here. However, no results. And also from the map scanning, we have already know that the target allows anonymous login, right? So we can log in to the target. Oh, sorry. We need to specify the port number, okay? We can use -P to specify the, this port number is not the default one. So we need to, explicitly define or specify the port number, 2121. Press enter, and the username is anonymous. Password, no need. And then we can list files, nothing there. So I think we cannot do anything with the FTP service. So I'd like to quit from the FTP session. And also from the map scanning, we know that the target has MySQL service running. Sorry, I missed the last two open port number. Anyway, let's continue. And we can check whether this service has weak credentials vulnerability. Root, so no such vulnerability. Now it's time to enumerate the HTTP service which is running on the default port number 80. Let's launch our browser to do the manual enumeration first with this web application. Press enter. So we are, here, welcome to the gallery database. Here, multiple pictures will be stored within the database. Check the current pictures. We can open link in new tab. However, we got the error, okay? So maybe this one has the, the SQL injection vulnerability, right? From the URL. Maybe later we can check with SQL map to see whether this target is vulnerable to the SQL injection vulnerability or not, okay? Maybe we can put aside for a while, and then we can continue. And we can, at this moment, we can close up this tab. And another one is change language. So also, I think this pattern of URL, we are very familiar with this URL, this pattern. Maybe this len parameter exists or has the file inclusive vulnerability. And we can, for example, we can check. Password file, it does have. So we can check its source code, and then we can get the normal username. We can copy. Okay. Before we try to exploit this local file inclusive vulnerability, I'd like to do some directory enumeration automatically. For example, we can launch our Nicto to do the automatic enumeration. Press enter. Okay, it's done. However, nothing interesting from the Nicto. Next, we can launch our GoBuster to do the directory enumeration. I always use the GoBuster or prefer GoBuster. You know this well, right? And we can use the W option to specify the word list. And X extension, use the X option to specify the extension option, PHP, HTML, text, and the back. Press enter. So in the meantime, we can try to exploit the local file inclusion vulnerability, okay? And for example, we can check whether we can access the private key of the user and the home, and we can copy, paste in here, SSH, private key, but nothing returned. Next, we need to check whether we can access log file, for example, like var log, authentication log. Nothing returned. Next, we can check whether we can access the access log of the Apache 2. So Apache, this should be the default location of the access log. Okay, access log, nothing returned. So next we can check whether this target has or is vulnerable to remote file inclusion. Okay, before we go on, I'd like to zoom in the terminal so you can see what's going on exactly, right? To test the RFI or remote file inclusion vulnerability, we can create the simple file like JSON, and we can set up the web server on the Kali Linux. And now we go back to the browser and we can access the HTTP IP address of the Kali Linux. And port number. Press enter. However, nothing returned. So I think we have really done almost everything with the file inclusion vulnerability. However, besides the retrieving the password file, we cannot do anything more. Okay, so we can put it aside for a while, and then I think we need to go back to the terminal to see which kind of directories or files have been discovered by the GoBuster. Okay, so the current gallery LAN, I think we have already, during the manual enumeration stage, we have already seen such a file. But this one caught our attention most, and we can access this directory gallery. Press enter. Oh, good, very wonderful, right? Max image uploader. And we can, so it means that we can upload a file. And so next, our job is to upload the malicious file like a PHP reverse shell file to the target. And so next, I think we should be centering around the bind or exploit the file uploading. Okay, uploading feature or functions, okay, of the web application. Usually, how to do? I'd like to introduce methodology for this technique. The first one, we can upload the picture, okay, because as you can see over here, this is the image uploader. So normally, the application is expected to upload the image or pictures. Okay, so we can upload the valid image to the web application, and to look at the behavior of the web application. Okay, next we can try to, of course, we need to prepare I think the next step we need to upload the shell PHP file or reverse shell file. Okay, and next, the third step would be execute or access the shell PHP file to get initial foothold on the target. I think the most difficult part of the entire process should be this one. And normally we can test we can directly upload this PHP file. Sometimes some developer didn't code properly and no any control on the target. Okay, and to see, for example, we can upload the PHP file without any manipulation, and to see whether we can successfully upload this file to the target. Of course, in most cases, we cannot do that. We will get an error. Okay, so next we need to, I think in most cases there will be some sort of control adopted by the web application. The control, we need to bypass control. And generally speaking, or basically speaking, there are two types of control: the client side control, which is very easy to bypass. We can, for example, we can use the Burp Suite, and we can manipulate anything, okay, and to bypass the client side control. I think in the very rare situation, the control is adopted at the client side. Anyway, and another type is server side control. And to bypass server side control, for example, we need to do or we need to try some techniques. For example, we can change the content type, or we can change the extension. Okay, and also we can change the magic number. Sometimes the system will recognize or identify based on the header, specifically the magic number of the file. Okay, a magic number. And also maybe sometimes even we need to combine different techniques. Okay, so I think this is the summary on the how to exploit the file uploading function of the web application. If you have already followed my channel, you know that my video is not just walk through. Okay, I'd like to share the knowledge as much as possible. Okay, so now I can show you in practice or in action. Okay, so now we can go back to the browser and we can prepare the picture. For example, I can go to the Bing and you can get any, for example, like New York images. Or maybe this one, which doesn't matter. We can save image to our working directory and we can use test. Okay, and now we can try to upload this picture to see what or how the application behaves. Okay, so we can navigate to the working directory. This one, upload. As you can see, the picture has been stored or uploaded successfully. Next, we need to try to upload the malicious file or PHP reverse shell file, and we can copy from my toolsets directory, and then we need to do some modifications, and we can change the IP address of the attacking machine to meet your own situation or environment. And port number, I always change to my favorite port number and press right and quit. I need to make sure the Linux IP address is correct. So now we can test. We go to this step. We can upload without any manipulation. Okay, and we can select open, upload. As you can see, I think it's telling us indeed the target or this web application has some sort of control in place, and for us we need to bypass such a control. Next, we need to check whether such control is applied at the client side. However, if you walk through the code carefully, you cannot see such script code, especially in most cases should be the JavaScript code. Okay, so it means that such control is in or at the server side. Okay, so now I think we need to try these different ways. For example, we can change extension, and this is so how to do that. This is where Bubble Suite comes into play. Okay, so how to do? Let me show you. We can enable the proxy to Bubble Suite, and then we can launch our Bubble Suite. And click Next, Start Bubble Suite. And make sure the intercept is on. Now we can browse. For example, this one. Oh, sorry. I think we need to change the extension. Forward. We can copy shell GPG. Okay, so now we can go on. We can browse and we can upload. Then, of course, the content type we cannot change. And because sometimes the web application will identify or recognize a file based on this field, okay, or this value. However, we can change this one to PHP because GPG itself cannot be a GPG file. Our file with the GPG extension cannot be interrupted by the PHP engine on the server side. Okay, so now we can forward. As you can see, the file has been uploaded successfully. We can forward. Okay, maybe now, however, next we need to, maybe I can disable the proxy. And however, next point or next question is where to access the uploaded file. Just now, from the GoBuster, we didn't find any, directory which looks like this, looks like the store of the uploaded file. So how to do? When I did the machine the first time, I was a bit lost for a while, but not very long. So I think now, because we have already, we are 100% the file has been uploaded without any problem. The question is to locate this file. And just now although we have already made the direct enumeration, however, maybe we need to make, the deeper enumeration. So I'd like to go faster and the gallery, press enter. As you can see over here, immediately we got some directories like normal, thumbnail, original. Such directories are exactly matching, as you can see, normal, thumb. So maybe our uploaded file have been uploaded into this location, right? Sorry about this notification. So, however, the normal or the sum, maybe, the file is not original one, right? We need to access the original PHP file and to get, to get the shell or to get the foothold on the target. So from the name, I can know that maybe this one, the original should be the original shell.php file is located. Okay, so now I think we have already, guessed the possible location of our uploaded file. And next we can go to this step. Okay, so now we can set up the listener on the Kali Linux. And then now we can access this original and shell PHP. Press enter. It looks like it's working perfectly. Okay, and as you can see, we have already got the shell from the target. And next we need to spawn the more interactive shell by Python import pty module and spawn method. Next we can upload the NumPy shell script to do the automatic enumeration to elevate our privilege to the root user. Okay, and maybe I'd like to open another tab and zoom in the terminal because some guy suggested me to zoom in the terminal every time I use the terminal. Okay, so now I've already got this NumPy shell script ready. Next, we can use existing web server to upload. NumPy, and next we need to make it executable to run it, and then we can run it. or a lot of vectors. I think it's done. So next we can, I think I've already noticed this one, password file. This file is writable. So how to do? We can cut out the password file and we can copy the first line. First line, always root user. We can copy and paste here, and we can create a new user, and with the the password for the new user, SSL, and we can copy this encrypted password, and then we can replace this X, and the root could be changed to JSON or whatever username you want. We can copy, and we can append this entire line to the password file, because everyone has permission to write or modify. Next, we can change to new user 12345, and we are successful. Now we can retrieve the root flag without any issue. So that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day, please.